This poem is called Soup. Memory boiled down to the rich stock of tender images. Grandmother mastering the ingredients, slicing, dicing, making music on a hefty chopping board. Its grain and flours dyed with juices of all that ever passed its pith, seasoned to take the deepest cuts and blows of the favored cleaver, tough as grandmother bearing the privations of childhood and the Japanese occupation, watching her friends hoard the cliffs, and a mother dragged on tarmac by the roots of her hair till she died. Into the soup, grandma poured all sorrows past and present, the long grains of images of the disappeared and the dead. She added the salt of memory, the peppercorns of pain, and the sweet wolfberries of forgetting. All the seasonings her body had learned, she added to the pitted wheels of sliced lotus root, the clump of watercress, and to the pork leg, kidney, liver, brain, or more, their essences bled into the heart of the good soup. Flavors extracted by the clay pot's patient, early whole chicken, dressed in ginseng and angelica, or duck sheathed in pickled mustard, the marrow, gristle, cartilage, and bone slow boiled, the deep low flames of patience to make the whole that we chewed, sucked, and slurped to make us whole. No meal was ever complete without a soup. At the heart of the table, an imperial throne around which the other dishes orbited on a veined marble top, its filigree web of inky veins like the tracery of deep jade rivulets on grandmother's hands and arms. My fingers loved to read as she rested between meals. We drank from the communal bowl, our spoons travelling an arm length, mastering without spilling the art of soup slurping between mouthfuls of rice, taking chopstick pinches of steamed pomfret, broiled chicken, and braised pork, returning to the hearth of the soup, bracing tonic, fortifying broth that gave the gleam to our eyes, the color to our lips, that kept us coming back, kept her tethered to her station, while life stormed and fell apart around her. A rotation of soups through the year, gurgling over the charcoal stove whose flames never seemed to run out, like the fire in a French baker's oven lit from the first generation. At the end of his life, Raymond Carver says it's all gravy. For me, it will be a bowl of soup, the essence slow cooked and distilled from what has eluded me, what was never said, the forgotten recipes and untold stories simmered to a broth of lost time, the ineffable flavors, clarity born of long brewing, words boiled down to an essence that restores us, food we can believe in again, right saltiness, right sweetness, the harmony of five flavors, a corrective to the imbalance around and in us, the warring elements reconciled in its specific taste.